Hey everyone, we're back with Chaos Child. Last time, going back to the hospital. I remember that. It's been a couple days. I'm ready for it. Her words. Is that the name of the chapter? I haven't looked at that before. Okay, chapter 3, School Festival. Sumo sticker. Yeah, that makes sense. Digital Native. Yeah, that sounds like a Steins Gate chapter name, right? Oh, I thought that was only 3 videos. No, that's like a lot of videos. Oh, that.
ここまでは予定通り。いや、むしろ上々だな。
So they're actually sneaking in this time. So 50-50 that goes well. Well, no, we all know it's going to go terribly, but Ito was right. Getting into the hospital had proved easier than planned. A big part of it was that I memorized the way in, but the biggest advantage was that we had the rear staff entrance was unlocked for some reason. That's convenient. If that had been locked, we would have had to go through the ER entrance. That would mean we'd probably be caught by the staff. But just as I was starting to worry, Serika turned the doorknob and told me it was unlocked. That's real convenient, Serika. The door is unlocked again, just like before, huh? Was it unlocked before? I don't remember that at all. Was that how they escaped? Suddenly remembered what had happened when I first snuck into the psych ward and almost stopped for a second to think. But then I drove the idea from my mind. I needed to focus on getting the phone right now. It was nighttime at the hospital. This wasn't a ward where patients were kept. The lobby was pitch black. Every now and then, I heard a strange, unpleasant sound, like 2 pieces of metal rubbing against each other. Hear anything? We crouched down and tried to move quietly. Someone could spot us at any moment. I mean, crouching down and if they see you makes it a lot more like, you can't pass that off. The middle of autumn and I could still feel a cold sweat running down my back.
問題はスマホがどこにあるかだよね。
Yeah. That girl was definitely the one who picked it up. Which meant that finding her would be the fastest way, but I had no way of knowing where she was.
だからって、病院の中を全部探して回るわけにもいかないしな。
Why not just barge into random rooms? They'll be fine.
あの日、どこであの子と会ったんだっけ？
I retraced her steps on that day. First we'd hidden in the bathroom, and then, I remember that, we went to the psych ward. That's where we'd seen the sumo stickers drawn on the walls in blood.
ってことは、まずはそこに行かなきゃいけないってことか？
No, I don't think we need to go that far. Not to mention... I don't want to go back to the cursed sumo room. I didn't want to go back there. When we escaped from the hospital ward, we used the emergency stairs. We went all the way to the bottom, which is where I dropped my phone and she picked it up.
となると、その非常階段に向かえばいいってことか。どっちだ？
I was in such a hurry to get out of there that I don't really remember. I hadn't been able to remember when I'd been scouting out this place this afternoon either.
多分あっちかも。
Thank you, my subconscious. Serika started to move forward, looking around as she walked. Do you remember?
なんとなくだけど。
Serika walked forward, hesitantly. We followed. Here?
違うかな。
Those are lights. I don't think the phone's on the ceiling. No, it might have been. There's a steel door to the emergency stairs in front of us. Turned the knob and softly pushed it. The fire alarm goes off. It was a little heavy, but it opened without catching on anything. This one wasn't locked either, evidently. And we got some good security here. The emergency stairs stretched up and down, illuminated by the cold fluorescent is that right? Lights. I think that's how you say it. As I stared at them, I realized that I remembered coming down these stairs.
どうだ？
Yeah, this is probably the place. You're amazing, Onoe.
褒められちゃった。
Serika grinned. Okay, let's go.
ああ。
We carefully walked down the dimly lit staircase. Dot dot dot. I started to get more and more nervous. Even if I'd done my homework before I'd come here, this felt even easier than last time. Maybe we were being led into a trap. Maybe that is what it does seem like that, right? Maybe something terrible is waiting up ahead to swallow us. I try to shake my head and drive those thoughts out of my mind.
あの子、今夜もまたどこかを歩いてるのかな?
I'm not sure. What was she doing with an old woman in a dark hallway at that hour anyway? Hey, when's the next NGM murder? I don't have that written down, I think. The dates. Yeah, I don't. Oh well. Where did she come from and where did she go? Cotton-Eye Joe? Wait. That was an old woman? I thought that was a man. If I did run into her again, what would I do? Ideally, I'd get my phone back without causing too much of a fuss, but I couldn't imagine things would be that easy. And like, it's gonna turn out like this, she's like a completely ordinary girl that's just like her grandma or something, and she's... Look, because on the Steam wallpaper, oh no, go to Chaos Child, you can't see it, but she's just there with... I don't know who Pink Hair Girl is. That Senri? So she's just there with all the other, you know, main heroines, plus Pink Hair Twin Tail Girl, who admittedly does look evil, but like, you know, she's a cute anime girl. They can't be evil. But you know who isn't on that screenshot? Ito. Because he's not a cute anime girl and he's evil. Look at that. Yep. That's the top of a door. Probably look at the doorknob. Reach the end of the staircase. There's a cold steel door in front of us. Like, can you even... Yeah. There's no further stairs to go down. The rest of this door should be the hallway where I dropped my phone. Come this far already. I told myself that there's no time for second thoughts. Nodded at Serika and Ito. I put my hand on the cold doorknob. Fortunately, it wasn't locked either. Looked down the hallway as I listened to the loud creaking of the hinges.
誰もいないね。
ああ。
Serika and Ito both looked a little relieved. There's no one in the hallway at all. We slid past the open doorway and proceeded down the hallway, being careful not to make any noise. Maybe it's just my imagination, but the air seemed more stale here than it did upstairs. Identical doors stretched out on both sides, and there's no way to know what was in each room. The letters on the plates are too small to read in the dim light unless you squinted. Got close to one to try and read it when... Ah! That's Serika just scaring us. Oh.
Oi, 誰が来る?
Oh. Exclamation point. Serika and I jumped at Ito's words. I listened carefully. Sure enough, from behind him I heard. Very slow footsteps. Not just one pair of them. They're slow, but they're only taking one step at a time. I recognize those footsteps. Those footsteps were... It's them!
とにかく一度隠れようよ。
What's the plan to get the phone here exactly?
隠れるってどこへ?
The door to the emergency exit was the same way the footsteps were coming from. There's no time to get back there now.
ここ開いてる。
They just barged into someone's room, slid inside the door directly next to us. Just before I did though, I saw the horrible words written on the plate next to the door.
何ここ、ロッカールーム?
Oh, is this what do you call this? A morgue? Wait, what? the crypt. That's the first thing that popped in my mind. The walls are covered in steel cabinets. They're just big enough for someone to lie down in. This place is...
そうだ。もしかしたらこの中に隠れられるかもしれないよ。
Probably don't do that. Serika put her hands on one of the cabinet doors. Hey, wait! The words on the plate had read... Autopsy room. Okay, okay. It's rather that what was inside was... No, oh no, that's... Exclamation point! Closed my eyes, imagining what I was about to see inside the cabinet.
どうしたのタク。
Huh? Opened my eyes when she spoke and saw that there was no one. No, nothing inside.
なんか変なロッカーだね。
おのえ、これロッカーじゃなくて。
I whispered to her and she turned pale. Ito must have figured it out too, because so did he.
とにかく。
I mean, it's kind of obvious. Have they never seen a movie?
どこか別の場所を探そう。
Yeah. Footsteps were still approaching from down the hallway. For some reason, it felt like they were coming towards this room. Kidding me? Why would they be coming to the autopsy room? They know you're here. This wasn't a place that anyone would normally choose to visit. Ito was panicking too.
宮代、どうする？こっちに来るぞ。
Okay, you know, maybe get in one of the lockers. Listen carefully again. There's no doubt. Footsteps are definitely coming this way. Jump them! But I didn't see any place in the room we could hide. Except for one. Dang it.
やっぱりここに。
Serika was shaking a little, but she put her hand on one of the cabinet doors.
バカ！そこはダメだって。隠れるなら他に。
Where else? I looked around and didn't see any other place in the room where the three of us could hide.
早くしないと来ちゃうよ。
Actually, they just walked by. Yeah, they're not coming to this room. They're going somewhere else. Didn't have a choice. I had to do it. The lamp on the cabinet was green. Did that mean it was empty? Did that mean the opposite? But all the hairs on my neck stand on end. Joe managed to pull open a door. Thankfully, there's nothing inside. Serika was normally a ditz, but at times like this, she was really courageous. Are these designed to open from the inside? Her whole body was shaking, but she managed to jump in first.
タク、もう一人入れるよ。
I mean, you could go in a separate one, huh?
私一人じゃ怖いよ。お願いだよ。
Well, I mean, she's not real, so I guess she doesn't take physical space, right? She grabbed my hand from the inside. She was right. Serika was so small, there's room for another person in there. Ito, sorry, but 3 people can't fit in here. You take the next one. Can't let Onoe be by herself.
俺だってこんなところに一人は嫌だ。
Too bad. Then the footsteps outside stopped. Just as I expected, they stopped right outside this door. I was terrified. Almost felt like someone was pointing a cold knife towards my back.
待っていてください。今ドアを開けますから。
They're coming in. I heard a voice outside. No time, just get in, Ito!
いや、待て、やめ。
I ignored Ito and yanked open the door next to mine. And I pushed him in head first. How does it get out? Just hurry! Just kill him and he'll blunder right in. Perfect. Ito held his hands over his mouth to desperately stifle a scream. As soon as he was all the way inside, I shut the door. It'd be really bad if it closed all the way, so I left him a little gap. And I crouched inside and slid next to Serika. How do you close it when you're in there? Oh wait, oh. So I'm imagining like a thing that like slides out, but I guess it's just a door, huh? Okay. I brought the door closed, leaving just enough of a gap that we couldn't be seen from the outside. The inside of the cabinet was hard and cold. Made sense, since no one who was in here would ever complain about that. Hello, Serika's chest. As I was pushed up against Serika, the parts of my body that were touching hers felt strangely warm. But we didn't have time to enjoy each other's warmth. Why not? You got plenty of time. I looked outside, holding my breath to make as little noise as possible. Just a moment later, they came inside. There were 5 or 6 of them. What? That many? I was sure they'd all be old people. Some of them were middle-aged or young men. It was just old people. I was planning on stealing back my phone by force if I had to, but that was impossible now. Takaru. He would beat up an old person to get his phone back. What were they doing in a place like this? Then I started to wonder again. A sudden horrible delusion made my entire body shiver. They were already dead, and this was where they slept. That's impossible. This isn't a horror movie or something, right? I tried to tell myself I was being silly, but I could tell I was shaking. Serika was probably no different. She was clinging to me like a little girl. Shut! You don't even exist. You have nothing to be scared about. That I remembered. This is just like what had happened before. The two of us had seen that terrifying sight as children. Oh, that's the twin tail girl. If I hadn't looked at it just now, I wouldn't have. I thought that was Serika this whole time. No, that's her. This is definitely her. Who has pink hair and pink eyes like Serika's, except they are a different shade. At least those look like pink eyes. Maybe that's the real Serika. Well, but why would? Because I was operating under the assumption that child Serika was real, right? I need to go rewatch the scene where that CG originally played. At some point, I started clinging onto her too. It's okay, I'm here. It'll be just fine. I keep saying, oh yeah, I need to go back and watch that. I still haven't. I need to do that. Been saying that for ages. Squinted into the darkness. I could see several shadows moving around. Strange men, and one of them was clearly different than the others. Hello, random child. It's that small girl. Her. She slowly walked across the room, straight towards where we were hiding. Did you find us? My heart started to pound faster. Seemed that wasn't the case. You'd think she'd notice two of the doors were open. Think even if, just a little. The men followed her across my field of vision and stopped in a corner in front of the empty wall. What are they doing? She opened what looked like a small breaker box on the wall. You know, those things with a yellow warning sign and black or red text that reads, "Danger, high voltage." What? Secret passcode? Then she took something out of her pocket and slid it inside the box. That's my phone! There's a loud noise on the other side of the wall. Wait, do they actually have a secret door inside the breaker box? Huh? The girl shut the door to the breaker box, then put her hand on the wall and slid it to the side. The wall opened easily, as if it was weightless. Must have been some kind of sliding door. She led the man inside and vanished. This has got to be Committee of 300 stuff, right? The wall closed, and the autopsy room was quiet again. Secret door?
びっくりしたね。
Yeah, but we're okay now. I waited for a while to make sure she wasn't coming back, but finally opened the cabinet door. Serika and I crawled out. Woo! Several deep breaths of air into my lungs, and Ito saw nothing because he was head
な
first.
んかここって秘密基地みたい。
Yeah. Why would they build a huge mechanism like this? What was going on at this hospital? What was on the other side of that wall? Hey Ito, safe to come out. Knocked quietly on the door of Hito's cabinet. Okay, maybe don't yell. Ah!
しんちゃん。
Ito leapt out of the cabinet. His face was pale and his hand was now covering his mouth. Shh, be quiet. He crouched down to the ground, trying his best not to scream. He's like, why did I sign up for this evil operation? Because, he's clearly... Well, no, I don't want him to be evil, but I have been leaning towards that a little. It was only then that I realized the cabinet I stuffed Ito into had already been occupied. Has there actually been a science adventure game where, like, one of your friends was clearly and definitely evil? Because, like, Chaos Head, right, had what's her name, kind of faking being nice to Takumi, to learn about whatever, right? But like, she wasn't evil, she was just, doing her thing. Like, what was I don't even remember the main heroine of Chaos. I think she got pink hair too, right? And she was like Takumi's delusion. Was she his delusion? I don't. No. She was friends with. Can I spoil it? Yeah, Rimi. Okay, yeah, I don't remember her personality at all. By the way, that like really all of Chaos had heroines except Senna. Senna's cool. Kinda sucked. Like, admittedly, I did not play Noah, right? I did not have the heroine routes. So, it's still so weird to me though that the base Chaos head came out without heroine routes when it feels like it's set up to have them, right? And then like a year or two later they made Noah. Like, what was going on with that? Hey, hold on. Chaos had Noah came out. Oh yeah, down here. 2009. Original came out 2008. Yeah, so what happened with the development of it? Or they're like, oh, we can release this one we have unfinished to make more money. I don't know. It was only then that I realized the cabinet I stuffed Ito into had already been occupied. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. I could see that the lamp above the door was red. I didn't have the time to check, but still, that's a horrible thing to do to someone. And then Ito's like, okay, yeah, me planning all these murders is now justified.
Shin-chan, 大丈夫?
Sorry, it was an emergency.
非常事態じゃなかったら今頃ただじゃ済ましてねえぞてめえ
That's fair. This text box is in a really annoying spot, by the way. Like, the way they use sprites, right, is really cool. How sometimes they lower them like this. But it'd be nice if I could make it like a little transparent. Which I think it is a little more transparent. Really, I'm sorry.
もういいそれより行こうぜほら
Icho staggered to his feet. Then he collapsed to the floor again. I waited for him to calm down, then I opened the door to the breaker box like the girl had done.
隠し扉だって
Yeah. Look deep inside the box. There's an RFID scanner like the ones they use at train turnstiles inside. We can't open this without the card. That wasn't good. What can we do now? I hadn't anticipated this. But then Serika, who'd been fiddling around with different parts of the wall, let out a small cry. What is it?
これ、ちゃんと閉まってないよ。
Oh, we can sneak in. What? Serika pointed at the floor. The wall that was set to slide upon rails on the floor. Some kind of cloth had gotten stuck and jammed them. The door wasn't shut all the way. Wonder who did that. I mean, the obvious answer is the girl because she's the only one with a sprite, but Ito help me.
OK
The two of us yanked the door to the side. We heard a loud clunk. Something was unlocking, and the wall started to slide open. One of the men had dropped a handkerchief or something onto the rails. Serika pulled it off. The door began to move more freely. Okay. See, I can imagine it being like, because the girl seemed experienced doing this, right? It was like one of the men's first time. They were like, yeah, I don't want to leave this locked. What if I need to run for it?
Oh.
All that was left was to slide the door open. Beyond it was...
また階段だぜ
I love stairs! You can see the stairs going down. There's a sub-basement below the hospital basement. That place was protected by very elaborate camouflage.
なんかやばい雰囲気だな
Yeah, I want to go down there.
どうするタク。
We've come this far, you idiot! I'm going down. To be honest, I was terrified of what I might find down there. This was something I had to do, no matter what. For just a moment, I thought of Kuryusu.
タクル。お願いだから。これ以上はやめて。
I'm doing it and you can't stop me.
やめて。
Because you've been stabbed. Oh no, Ito, you guys can wait here.
冗談じゃねえよ。
Ito looked at the cabinets on the wall and groaned a little.
私も行く。いざとなったらタクを守らなきゃ。
You mean I needed to protect you? Which one of us was shaking in fear just a few minutes ago? Oh, I mean, I guess you could argue that, going back to that original thought, and, well, I have to spoil chaos to say this. Am I allowed to, kind of, sort of, they did that thing, but I mean, I guess you could count that, sure.
そんなことしてないもん。
If you know what I'm talking about, you know. Ito, stop smiling. We know you're evil. We all looked at each other and nodded a little. Then we began to go back down the staircase. As we went down, it got darker, and the hair got heavier and more humid. Noah, you okay? After we had gone down for a few minutes, we ran into a door. Probably gone down about a floor. Turned the knob and it opened easily. Maybe it hadn't been locked to begin with. What is this place? It's got lights. It was a dimly lit, musty smelling hallway. Clear that this place hadn't been abandoned. There wasn't a layer of dust everywhere. It even seemed like it had been cleaned. But so old. There's a sense of desolation, though no one wanted to use this place for anything for a very long time. How do you think the Committee of 300 hires janitors? They're like, hey, we got a secret lair. We need you to clean this place up. Don't tell anyone, okay? Had it been like this since the hospital above us was built? This air. I knew it. Yeah! The sides of my head started to hurt as the horrible memories came rushing back.
ねえ、タク、ここって。
Yeah, the place they stuck into. Yeah, Serika seemed to remember too. That's right. This was the place. I didn't know how we'd done it. But when we were kids, two of us had snuck in here, into the basement of AH Tokyo General Hospital. We're trying to investigate an urban legend known as Amy-chan. Oh, okay, right. Then Serika and I. We saw that. So the girl, presumably Amy-chan, who, well, she would have been like 4 at the time, right? Well, but wait, this is 2016? Stuck in around 2009, right? So she would, young. How old do we get? Should we say she's 10? So she's like, yeah, 3 or 4. Or even younger. So that doesn't check out. But if, see, I'm kind of, my Serika isn't real theory is predominantly on my mind, right? My guess here, the now new theory, girl in the chair Serika, right? But she's the real Serika, who may not be named Serika. We don't know that yet. Like, you know, they're operating on her stuff. She makes a delusion of herself and sends it out into the real world, and it becomes friends with Takuyo. That's fake Serika, the one we know. Tried to avoid thinking about it as much as I possibly could, but I'd failed. The memory would come back to me, fade, and then come back again. I mean, there is some basis for that. You know, remember, my entire Serika isn't real theory stems from basically Chaos Head, right? And like, kind of a reverse kind of sort of how Chaos Head works. As I'd grown up, I'd even try to convince myself that I'd never seen anything at all. But I failed at that too. It wasn't unreal, something out of a nightmare. Something in my heart told me it was real. And this place proved that it was real after all. Hold on, look at the people, look at the people. Old man with glasses? You think that's the doctor from Chaos Head? What's his name? No, I don't think that guy had glasses. They're wearing lab coats though, that means they're scientists. Yes, it was real. I'm sure of it. Although the only thing that doesn't make sense the Steam profile, she's wearing a school uniform. But I mean, she already looked, you know, she looked older than Takuya there definitely at the time. So, no, it's anime. It's anime. It doesn't matter. She's a cute anime girl forever. Don't think too hard about it.
おい、どうしたんだよ、二人とも。
Glad we have Ito here. Ito realized that there's something wrong with Serika and I tried to pull us back to the stairs, but we couldn't do that. Because suddenly I heard footsteps behind us. Oh, come on! Huh? But hear what sounded like the panting of a beast behind me. Okay, I could feel his warm, stinking breath on my neck. Something's there. Couldn't turn around. Wanted to fall to the ground in terror. If I did that, I somehow knew that thing behind me would attack. Suddenly heard Serika's thin, frail voice. Should have been right next to me, but for some reason, I couldn't see her. Oh, because the delusion's falling apart. Annoying? Same thing, the girl. Her voice got cut off. Then there's the sound of something being crushed. And then something that sounded like someone kneading a ball of meat. Mixed with it was the sound of snapping bones. Okay, what? Is this a delusion? Ito turned around and suddenly froze with terror.
Miyashiro. あれなんだなんなんだよ
Show us! No, you idiot, don't look! If you look, I'll kill you. So don't look. A bloody piece of meat fell to the ground at our feet. It was what used to be Serika. Okay, either delusion or my Serika isn't real theory is gaining so much ground. Ito screamed. I couldn't help myself. Turned around to look at what he was seeing. What I saw was... Oh. He was standing there moaning in a voice that was filled with hatred and pain. See, I was imagining, like, you know, like, not that. Because that's more comical than scary. Like, if you saw that in real life, that'd be scary, sure, but... Chapter, oh, come on! Gigalomaniacs. The illusory dwellers of the lumbering... Hey, look. It called the chapter. We gotta end it there. That's how it works. Now it gets in the cool music or whatever. Okay, that is a cruel place to stop an episode, just like last time. But hey, it's gonna be cruel for me too. I gotta wait. Oh, probably don't have time for another one today, and we're probably gonna have to wait like 2 days to record another one. But geez, okay, that is a way to end a chapter. And I am extremely smug that I'm pretty sure my theory is coming true. Because they wouldn't end a chapter there if it's a delusion, right? Like, it's not going to be the next 3 lines. The TV signal goes off and Ito and Serika like, Takuya, what are you doing? That, I would hate that. Anyways, see you guys next time when I assume someone gets a sword. Maybe. Possibly. It's called Gigalomaniac. Something's got to happen soon. Bye.